Hello there, students! Welcome to Science 8. I am your teacher, Charvi. For this episode, please ready your module, paper, and pen. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to Have you experienced earthquake? How does you feel when there is an earthquake? And what does your family do when there is an earthquake? I will show to you pictures of damaged buildings because of earthquakes. Now, let's play a game. This game is called Guess the Word. The first clue is an earth. The second clue is a building shaking. And it has 10 letters. Guess the word. The answer is earthquake. It has 5 letters. Guess the word. The answer is fault. Now, let us proceed to the definition of terms. What is an earthquake? Earthquake is the shaking or trembling of the earth caused by movement along a fault. Earthquakes occur when rock shifts or slips along fault lines. Earthquakes generate waves that travel through the Earth's surface. These waves are what is felt and cause damage around the epicenter of the earthquake. Fault. Faults are thin zones of crushed blocks of rocks. These are often in centimeters to thousands of kilometers long. Faults are blocks of the Earth's crust that meet. Scientists identify 4 types of faults, characterized by the position of the fault plane, the break in the rock, and the movement of the 2 rock blocks. Fault lines are under enormous pressure from the 2 pieces of the Earth's crust pushing together. There are 3 types of faults: the strike-slip fault, the normal fault, and the reverse fault. Strike-slip fault, rocks are sliding past each other horizontally. A normal fault, 2 blocks of crust layer pulling apart, extending the crust into a valley, thus creating a space. Reverse fault, also known as truss fault, sliding 1 block of crust on top of one another. These are the pictures of the 3 types of fault: the strike-slip fault, the normal fault, and the reverse fault. An example of strike-slip fault is the San Andreas Fault of California. The normal fault is the sandstone in Utah, USA. The Basin and Range Province in North America and the East African Rift Zone are 2 notable districts where normal fault is spreading apart Earth's crust. The faults discovered at the foot of Himalaya is an example of reverse fault. Now, let's have a quiz. Choose the letter of the correct answer. 1. What is a crack or break in the lithosphere that can shift and create an earthquake? A. Epicenter. B. Eruption. C. Fault. D. Focus. The answer is fault. What do you call a fault where two blocks of crust pull apart and create a space? A. Normal fault. B. Reverse fault. C. Strike-slip fault. D. Transform fault. The answer is reverse fault. Number 3. How will you describe the movement of the walls in a strike-slip fault? A. Moving sideways. B. Pulling the side apart. C. Pushing the side together. And D. Pushing and pulling the sides. The answer is letter A. Moving sideways. Number 4. How does a reverse fault form? A. The blocks side pass each other. B. The blocks pull apart each other. C. The hanging wall moves upward relative to the footwall. And D. The hanging wall moves downward relative to the footwall. The answer is letter C. The hanging wall moves upward relative to the footwall. Number 5. What do you call the amount of ground displacement in an earthquake? A. Crack. B. Dip. C. Fold. D. Slip. The answer is slip. If you can recall in Science 7, it was mentioned that the Philippines is situated along the Pacific Ring of Fire. How does this affect us? People who live along the Ring of Fire must anticipate the occurrence of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. Please watch the video.
وأشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد يا ربي يا ربي اللهم صل على محمد gel اللهم صل على محمد
Batıyorum. Of, Allah kahretmesin. Ay, dışarıda bir sürü yer yıkıldı.
No one can stop earthquakes from happening, but there are things that people can do to avoid or decrease the life of life and damage the property. The first step is to have a clear understanding of the occurrence of earthquakes. This duck, cover and hold is very helpful if there is an earthquake. So please bear it in mind always when there is an earthquake to do the duck, cover and hold. Bye bye now. See you soon.